Hello all, welcome to Sivan's SAP SD training in association with the AMB Techno Solutions, Nijampet, Hyderabad. We are specialists in SAP SD training and job assistance by SAP industry experts with more than 15 years of SAP experience. We are providing the complete SAP SD training with real-time experts and with examples. For SAP SD training queries, please reach out to the below numbers. Thank you. So in this video, I'm going to explain you all about the material master data in simple steps and simple processes. And here the material master data is the integration part of materials management, production planning, quality management, financial accounting and controlling, and warehouse management, and other modules also like GTS because of the foreign trade views. So the material master data contains multiple views while creating. So it has around 30 plus views where we are not going to complete all those views. Whatever the relevant as of now to the SD consultant, along with the other module views, we are going to see that, so that the system will allow you to create the material master data or create the sales order and to proceed further to create the delivery and billing document. If these other modules are integrated modules views are not maintained in the material master data, the system will not allow you to do the delivery or PGI also. That is why what are all the relevant views are there, those views we are going to discuss in detail in this video. So what we do apart from the customer master data, in my previous video what I have explained, the master data are maintained centrally and which cannot be changed frequently. So there is a master data management team in any client, any business processes where they maintain any kind of changes are required. So we will have to take the prior approvals from the business, so that approval has to be directed to the MDM team to take care of those issues. So in this material master data, what we are going to do? So all the materials details such as master data, material description, base unit of measure, sales unit of measure, weight and volume details, sales price, cost price from accounting views, and availability check. So that we have to take care of the MRP1 view, MRP2 view, MRP3 view, and sales organization data 1, sales organization data 2, and sales general plant views. So these are all the views which we have to maintain to complete the master data, so that the system will allow you to create the sales order with respect to the particular master material master, and then the system will allow you to maintain the inventory for that particular material. So that is why we require material master data to be maintained in the system. Here the material master data is maintained with specific to SD division. So division, we all know that SD division, that is a group of products, group of materials. So typically the division is defined as a group of materials. So that is why each material will have its own division. The same material cannot be maintained in multiple divisions, that we have to remember. That is why we say that material master data is always maintained with specific to SD division. So in material master data creation, we have few settings required by the FICO consultant. In real time, these all settings will be done by the FICO consultant, so that we no need to do all these settings in the real time system where you work. Whereas in our standalone system, we have to perform all these activities. So what we are going to do with FICO settings, like we have to define and assign the fiscal year variant in the transaction OB37. So we all know that the calendar year and the year dependent, there are two types of fiscal year variants majorly they use. K4 is a calendar dependent. From Jan to December, the system will consider the financial year. And fiscal year variant V3, the year dependent, April to March. So we also define the chart of accounts. So in the transaction OB62. So this is also again done by FICO consultant. Chart of accounts are nothing but the group of general ledger accounts that are usually followed by one company, and one chart of accounts can be assigned to all the company codes if they use the same currency under the same company. So this is very important. Then followed by settings. So here settings, what are all the important settings which we are going to do here? the maintenance of the company code for the materials management for the GL postings to be successful using the transaction code OMSY. So that means all the postings to be updated in that particular settings, so that has to be maintained in the transaction OMSY. Quantity or value updation using the transaction OMS2. I'm going to show you after this uh, slides view. I'm going to show you in the system also. The few important transaction codes that SD consultant must know. They are like MMRV to know the status of the current posting periods of the company code. So your company code is in which posting period right now. That we can see by going to the transaction code MMRV. And you, if at all you wanted to close the posting periods, so it is in real time. This is not the job of SD consultant. Either consultant or FI consultant will do this. But however, in our standalone system, while practicing, we have to close the periods to post the goods. Especially, we will get multiple errors during the material during the delivery PGI, post goods issue. The system will not allow you to post the post goods issue. So that is why we require this closing of the posting periods using the transaction code MMPV. And one more thing I would like to highlight here, the valuation of the materials or valuation area. So we always know that all the materials can be valuated at company code level or plant level. Sometimes at company code level, if it is a very small business, then sometimes it will be always at plant level because the materials will be manufactured at plant level only, and all the costs are incurred in that plant level only. Manufacturing cost or whatever may be the raw material procurement, everything will be incurred at plant level. So hence, the business always chooses the plant as a valuation area. So in our real time also, always the plant is the valuation area. We must remember. Then here few material types, so which we are going to work in the system, especially the finished products. We always use it as FERT, that is a finished products material type, HALB semi-finished products, and here HAWA, that is HAWA trading goods, which is important for the SD consultants. BERP packaging materials, and KMAT, that is configurable materials, DIEN service items. So in the system, whatever the material you choose to create the material, whatever the material type you choose to create the material for that particular material type, the system will automatically propose the item category group. For example, if you choose to create a material with reference to the material type FERT, then NORM is the item category group, which is proposed automatically by the system, that we are going to see now in the system. So we can either we can create the material master data using the transaction code MM01 to create, MM02 to change, MM03 to display. Otherwise, you can go to the path like logistics, sales and distribution, master data, products, material, and other material. See here, MM01, MM02, and MM03. So I'm going to click on MM01 to create. So here we have to specify the material name or material number. So you can give the number, or if you leave it blank also, the system will automatically propose the internal number range for that particular material. And industry sector. So this particular material which we are going to create belongs to which industry, whether it belongs to retail industry or chemical industry, pharmaceutical industry, mechanical engineering, telecommunication, or retailing, or so on. So we are going to select here right now the retail industry. Material type. So we were talking about the material type. I was talking and I was explaining you that the FAT is the material type which we use here in real time. That is for the finished product. So now I'm going to give the material number as N6. So I'm just working on mobile. So I'm going to give the material as N6 and then finished product, whatever it is. So you can click on select views, or you can press enter also. When you press enter, the system will prompt you with the views, like what all the views are there. So right from basic data 1 and 2 till the MRS complaints, basic materials, and so on. There are multiple views are there, around 30 plus. But however, one SD consultant is always um, responsible to create with these views like basic data 1, basic data 2. In real time, these two will be taken care by consultant. Sales organization data 1, 2, and sales general plant data. These three views are maintained by SD consultant. And that means while creating this master data in real time, we have to provide all these details, whatever the views are there, and all the field values, whatever the required field values are there, those values we have to give it to the consultant so that he will upload the master data. If you require to maintain any sales text for this particular material, you can choose sales text, otherwise it is not relevant. And purchasing, so this is very important, especially for the third party material like bands. Material type is item category group is bands, and STOs, individual purchase orders. The purchasing view is mandatory, so that during that particular material creation we have to choose the new purchasing view also. So this is MRP1 view. So to perform all these activities, so that the system should understand, yes, this particular material is also relevant for the materials requirement planning, so that we are going to just maintain one field value in MRP1 view to take care of the subsequent processes. Apart from that one, um, accounting 1 and accounting 2 views. So this is completely related, costing 1, costing 2 also completely related to FICO part. So these are the views which I have selected right now, and then I'm going to click on continue button. Then the system will prompt you the organizational levels to be entered here. So my plant is ZNK1, like 1000 you can give, and storage location also ZNK1, sales organization also ZNK1, and distribution channel is ZK. So then the system has taken us to the creation of the material, where we can maintain the entire material details we can maintain here. So here the description of the particular material, suppose I'm creating a Nokia mobiles, for example, here. So this is the material description, like 4 GB RAM with 128 GB ROM. So, and 5G mobile. So you can enter here. So now you can see here in this first screen itself, the system, the material type which we have used is FERT. So click on this information on the material. Okay, first we will enter the base unit of measure, and then just click on this one. See, FERT is the material type. So I told you that the system will automatically propose the item category group based on the material type which we use here. See here, the system has proposed the general item category group as NORM, that is standard item. So apart from this base unit of measure, which I have already explained you that in which the material is maintained. So whether it is maintained in each or in one piece or unit or whatever it is, the unit of measure, based on that one you can select. Material group, whether this material belongs to which department, like electronics or whatever it is, like mechanics, cables, and so on. So I'm going to choose it here. The relevant one is electronics. You can select it, this one. In real time, this will be defined by the consultant, like definition part. So division. So each and every material is a SD material is a division specific. Our material division is ZK. So after entering this one, so these are the very important things and fields to be known. And if you require any other things to be any other fields information you wanted to know, then you can just press F1 on that particular field, and then you will come to know that what is exactly the usage of that particular field in the material master data creation. Apart from this above section, the general data, the dimensions or international article numbers, Gross weight and net weight are very, very important. Suppose if this particular mobile phone weight, the gross weight would be around 200 grams. So then we have to weight unit should be in grams only. And then gross weight comes with the mobile phone charger and other accessories, whereas the net weight will be around 150 grams only. So, and any other international article number, if it is given by the business, then accordingly we will have to maintain that UPC number or international article number here. And this is the one basic data one, which is very, very important. And press enter to make sure that whether the system will allow you to go to the next screen or not. If any field is mandatory field is there in this screen, then the system will not allow you to go to the next screen. Yes, so absolutely there was no issue in the basic data one screen. We have come successfully to the basic data two screen. So here we no need to enter any data. This is not that much important. So leave it as it is. And then the other screen is sales organization data one view. See here, the base unit of measure has been copied from the basic data one screen and division also. Material group, basic data one, division. These three details has been copied from the basic data one screen. Here I would like to highlight here one thing. Sales unit. What is this difference between base unit of measure and sales unit of measure? See, the particular material is managed in this each, whereas saleable units, how we are going to sell this material. So if I give one, so then the system will ask for the conversion factor. Or otherwise box. So it will ask you the conversion factor here. So that means one box is equal to 10 each. So that the system will consider when you are creating a sales order, you can enter one each also, or otherwise you can enter one box, so that in each box 10 materials will be there. So we will be maintaining the price for the each material, that is each only. So that suppose if this particular material costs you around 5,000 rupees, so 10 each into 5,000, it is going to be 50,000 rupees. So like that, the conversion factors has to be managed and maintained here. When if the sales unit of measure is different than the base unit of measure, suppose if you don't want to use the sales unit of measure itself, then no need to maintain the conversion factor and you can leave this blank field as blank. That is what I would like to explain over here. And cross distribution chain status and distribution chain specific status. So this is whenever you wanted to block this particular material across the distribution channels and across the plants, then you can choose any one of the options which are listed out here. Whether if you are discontinuing this particular material, then you can give that one, or if at all it is under manufacturing, then that maintain like sales not allowed, like that you can provide the reason code here, and then which that particular uh, withdrawal of that particular material valid from date you have to specify here, both the ways. And delivering plant is, which is very, very important. So if you maintain delivering plant here, this is one of the key factors to determine the plant determination. So if you specify this plant, so then particular material will be delivered from this plant only. So you can specify the plant here, whatever the relevant plant is there, that plant you can enter, that is ZNK1. You can specify over here. And then material group, automatically it is proposed. Cash discount, whether this particular material is eligible to receive cash discount or not. It is relevant for cash discount or not. Yes, it is relevant for cash discounts. And then tax classification, just zero, keep this zero. It is no tax. And I'll explain you one key important thing in the end of my class, in the slide of, in the whatever the slides I have prepared. The last slide will give you a lot of information about the material master data. And minimum order quantity, minimum delivery quantity is very, very important. Suppose if you maintain minimum order quantity is 10 and minimum delivery quantity is also 10, then whenever you are going to create a sales order, the system will prompt you that if you enter less than 10, then the system will give you warning message saying that the minimum order quantity is 10. So then you have to enter 10 mandatorily. in the sales order, so that the system will allow you to proceed further. If you don't maintain any value here, you can just create a sales order with one whatever the quantities you are you are wish to create, that you can create. So this is the minimum order quantity and minimum delivery quantity. So if it is maintained, then delivery units. So if it is 5, then multiples of 5 you can give it as delivery units. Then next screen is sales organization data 2 screen. Here, see, you can see here there are two item category groups. One is general item category. In general, it is meant proposed, and this is the item category group which is very much relevant for us in determining the item category determination. So item category determination is a combination of sales document type, item category group, usage, higher level item category, which is equal to the default item category, that is TAN. The similar way it is going to be maintained here. So volume rebate group, especially if the material is relevant for the rebates, then we have to maintain the volume rebate group here. Minimum, maximum rebate, if this particular material is eligible, then you can give maximum rebate, or minor rebate, then you can select 0 2. Material pricing group. So if the same material group of materials are having the same material pricing group, then we have to select the option here, otherwise not required. And then account assignment group, that is like this is one of the key factors, account assignment group of the customer master. This is one of the key factors to determine the revenue account determination. So we have also seen the same field, account assignment group of customer master, that is also relevant for the revenue account determination. The similar way here also, this is also relevant for the account assignment group, relevant for the revenue account determination. I'm going to explain you all the determination procedures which can be derived from the material master data in the last slide of the my entire presentation. Next view is sales general plan. Here, see, automatically the system has proposed base unit of measure, gross weight and net weight from the basic data 1 and the sales organization data 1 screens, and then availability check. So how the material is going to be maintained and how the requirements will be transferred to the materials requirement planning. So if it is daily requirement, select 01. If it is individual requirement, then select 02. So that means the system confirms the material availability as per the customer requested delivery date, whether we can ship or not, the confirmed quantities. So that is why we select always this availability check factor, so that it will determine in the backend, it will send the information to the MRP team. If the product is not available, then they will start preparing the or manufacturing the particular material, this material. And here other one more thing is batch management. So in pharma industry, managing or maintaining the materials in batches are very common. Why? Because if any of the batch is having some defect, then only that batch can be withdrawn from the market. So that is why we require batch management. So batch management is one of the key factors which is maintained in material master data, but with few other factors, the system will determine the batch determination. So this we will discuss when the batch management comes. I will explain you all in the batch management video in detail. And see, here transportation group, which is very important. Loading group is also very important. See, transportation group is nothing but grouping of all these materials that shares the same requirement, similar requirements to transport them. So suppose this particular material or group is relevant for the transportation of the pallets or container or train. So I'm going to, or otherwise by transporter. So I'm going to select train. So these materials are eligible to share the same transportation group, that is train. Loading group, and this is one of the key factors in determining the route. Transportation group is the one of the key factor in determining the route. Loading group, so this is one of the key factors in determining the shipping point. So the grouping of these materials which shares the similar requirements to load the material. So I think this is mobile phone, we can use it as manual 0003. So these two fields along with the availability check and batch management are very, very important in the sales general plant view of the material master data, which we have to maintain by the SD consultant. Next screen, MRP1 view. So I told you that MRP1 view is required to complete the material process. So here MRP type, you define it as ND, no planning. Then press enter. It will take us to the accounting one view. Here the valuation class, the pricing part and manufacturing costing part, everything will be taken care by the FICO consultant in the accounting one view, accounting two view, and costing one and costing two. Finished products 7920, and the price control, it should be, whenever it is valuation class is finished product, then it should be standard price. Yes. So moving average price is there. Why? Because we are not selecting moving average price, because if the multiple vendors are supplying or multiple vendors are required to manufacture this product, then the price will be different. Suppose if we are manufacturing from our end, all the raw material is available, then we are going to sell at this, the cost of this material is going to be 5,000. Whereas we are procuring this material from different vendors, then moving average price. So average price we have to maintain here, and the price control also V. The standard price I am going to enter here as 11,000. So press enter. It will take us to the next screen, that is accounting two view. So here we no need to maintain any kind of a data. Just press enter to save it. So before we create this material master data, there are other prerequisites, some FICO settings which we have discussed, MM settings we have discussed. The FICO settings like define and assign of the fiscal year variant. So OB37. So select our company code. So here Nokia Phones India, I have selected my fiscal year variant as K4, that is January to December. The calendar year is January to December. So then save it. Other one is V3, then chart of accounts OB62. So go to your own company code which we have defined in the system. See here, you can see here the chart of accounts INT, the group chart of accounts, which are like a group of GL accounts which is normally used by the any company code. And then if the currency is same for all the company codes under the same company group, so then we can use the same this international chart of accounts. And we have to see the other screen like MM settings. So GL postings we have to maintain for the company code, that is GL postings OMSY transaction OMSY. So my company code is, so this is the one. So here these are the details which we have to maintain, the current period and the previous period and previous financial year and the last period of that particular year. So all those details we have to maintain here and save it again. OMS2, which is like quantity or value updation using the transaction OMS2. This is very, very important. So here it is a material type. So our material type is FERT. Select FERT, go to details. Here, this is how this is maintained here. This entire thing is maintained by MM consultant. So based on this one, the system will automatically propose all these views in when we are creating the material master data. Quantity or value updation. So here for our valuation area is ZNK1, that is plant. So here we have to select quantity updation and value updation, and save it. So come back, and I was discussing about the few important codes like MMRV and MMPV. What is MMRV? So MMRV, if I take, for example, this company code, see here, when was the last financial year? It is 12/2015, and whereas the current period is 01/2016 and 12/2015. So we have to close all these periods till 2022 March, that is 3/2022. So whereas our company code, whether it is fully maintained or not, we can see here. So current period 03/2022, yes, successfully we have completed this one by closing the periods, and then previous period is February 2022. In the last period in the previous financial year is 12/2021. So that means MMRV tells about the status of the company codes posting periods. MMPV. So you wanted to close the period, then you have to use MMPV transaction. So for the company code 2300, it is, we are going to see again /o MMRV. I'll just close one period, one or two periods for you people to understand better. Current period is in 1/2016. So 2300 company code 02 and 2016. Execute, press enter. So that means one period closed, that is February. If you go to MMRV again and then execute 2300, see now it is in the period 2016 February. Earlier it was 01/2016. If I close one more period like 03, the system will close the period 03 also. So here if you check again, it is in current period is 03 and previous period is 02. So 02 is closed. So like this, MMRV and MMPV transaction codes, we have to remember always. To check any financial related or valuation related issues comes, then we have to come back and then check the feasibility, whether they are working fine or not, whether they are in current closing periods or not, so that we can take the action. So now I'll go back to this slide sharing session again. So we have discussed the FI settings, MM settings, and what are the material types and how the system proposes automatically the item category group with reference to the material type. See, this is how the initial screen looks like. These are the important transaction codes. MM01 to create, MM02 to change, and MM03 to display. And important tables also we have to remember, and we must remember, and all these are, though it is related to MM part, we also must know what exactly the field values and from where we can derive all those fields, so that any issue comes, we have to, if at all you wanted to check from master data section, especially related to materials management, then you must know all these 5 tables significance. So MARA is general data, and MARD is storage location data for material. So which storage location that particular material has been maintained. Units of measure for material, MARM. MARC is plant data for that particular material, and MVKE is for the sales data for the material. So if I go to SAP again, I'll go to the table SC16N MARA. If I go to MARA, I'll give N5, whatever the material I have given, or otherwise I'll go to, I have multiple materials I'll give. In real time, this is how you have to give. N4, 2 materials, N5. Execute, and then you execute here. See, it will give you all the user name, when it is created, and what is the time, date, everything it will come. It will display everything, the material type, everything it will come, the gross weight, net weight, all the general details of this particular material. In the similar way, you can give other table like MARD. Storage location or plant data. So MARD, the material is N5. So what exactly it is going to give? See, plant details, storage location details, everything has come. And then MARC, MARM, unit of measure. Give the material and execute. Each, the unit of measure is each, and the gross weight is 150 grams. Net weight and gross weight also they maintain. MARD, plant details. Sorry, MARC, plant details. So in 5, execute it. ZNK1, plant is ZNK1. And one more important table, that is MVKE, which is absolutely relevant for the SD consultant. That means this particular material is maintained in which sales organization and which distribution channel. So you can execute this one. You will come to know this is the sales organization. That means sales area data you can see in the MVKE table. In real time, any issue comes and then particular material is created in which sales area you wanted to see from the source, whatever is given by the user. Then you can just specify MVKE in the system, SC16N, and then give the material number. You will be getting all the sales organizations and distribution channels wherever it is maintained. This is very, very important. So now again, I'll go back to the screen. So this is the thing, and this is the views which we have selected. So right from the sales basic data 1 till the accounting 1 and accounting 2 view. And when we enter this one, then the system will automatically prompt one more screen that enter the organizational levels. So this is how we have to enter. Yeah, that is why in the initial and middle of the screen sharing presentation, I was explaining you that please watch this video till the end. So because we will get a lot of information here. So in this now we can derive multiple determination procedures with respect to material master data. So the delivering plant, from the sales organization 1 view, we can determine the plant. Tax classification, sales org 1 view, we can determine the tax determination. Item category group from sales org 2 view, item category determination. Account assignment group of material master, sales org 2 view, from sales, the source is sales org 2 view, we can determine the revenue account determination. Availability check, from sales general plant view, we can determine availability check. See, batch management, under the sales, same the general plant view, transportation group and loading group. So batch management is batch determination. Transportation group, we use it to determine the route determination. Loading group, we use to determine the shipping point. So this is all about the material master data important points which we have discussed now. So please go through video, please note down all these important points which I have discussed during this explanation of this material master data about the real-time factors and all these determination procedures. In the interview perspective, definitely it will be 100% useful for you people to get succeed into the into your projects, into your wherever you are attending the interviews, wherever you are working also. Thank you all. Thanks for giving me this opportunity to share multiple videos on this master data. And then please subscribe and share and click on like button, and please give your valuable suggestions also to improvise these videos to perform. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you.